Well, do your stupid sync.
I cut at least half of that. Who is everyone recording now?
Yeah.
Okay, I just started.
Okay, so Jason. Jason.
Airplane boners.
Andrew.
Hashtag airplane boners.
Andrew.
Hashtag airplane boners.
Okay, good enough. Joe.
Bus boners.
Airplane boners.
Joe.
Airplane bombers.
Breanna.
Raging airplane boners.
And if that's not a sync, I don't know what is.
You better not cut that shit out, Travell.
That was a
shit
bonus
stays.
sync.
That was the best
It
sync we've
happened all
ever
at
done.
once.
So, we should probably do some context if we're going to continue this conversation. Call Ricky back.
Are we going to continue? Is there much else to add?
Yeah, no.
Hold
No,
on,
you're probably right.
before explaining why whoever's listening to the podcast, hi Dad.
Hi, Dad.
But we need to explain to our listeners what the context of our raging airplane boners are about.
Apparently, airplanes give people boners, which is something I've never experienced.
Ricky brought this up?
Ricky
Yes.
brought this up. She said
was-
snakes on a plane is a metaphor for raging airplane boners.
A metaphor for what? What would that be used as a metaphor for?
What?
Our snakes when we're on planes,
What?
I guess. Yep.
She was talking about snakes on a plane, and she watched a video earlier today where the guy talked about airplane boners. And she was like, that's a thing? And I was like, yeah,
No.
it happens. And then she came in here earlier with Jason and Andrew on the call, and she's like, so snakes on a
Hashtag
plane...
cuisine.
Snakes on a Plane is all about how men try to hide their boners when on planes.
And Andrew and I kind of at the same time went, what the fuck? Who gets boners on planes? And so that's where we were, and then I was like, oh, well, like, buses, that's a different story.
But, why would you get a boner on a bus?
I don't know.
Like,
Travell
are you
attributes it to
sitting
the
behind
vibration.
your, high school crush or something? Or,
High school crush, please, Joe.
Oh, so you weren't sitting behind me then?
No, I sure wasn't. You know we weren't on the same bus. Come on, Joe.
I'm sorry, I only used that line for a joke. My apologies.
Anyways, but yeah, that was just a thing that happened to apparently not Joe. But I mean, apparently,
every once in a while, but it wasn't
I mean, I'm not
for
saying
a
I got
reason.
them every time I got on a bus. I'm just saying that it did happen.
It is a thing that
sometimes.
happens.
Yeah.
Well, I guess every
unlike
once in a while
airplane
you got a bus
boners.
boner, but I don't know, airplane boners to me make sense because as soon as you get that liftoff feeling, it's that tingling.
Why have
and then
you
it's
never
whoa.
told me this?
Why would
he tell you this?
I don't
You're
know.
having dinner with your parents, and then you're chatting about other subjects, and then naturally airplane boners just get brought up.
No, Travell, better. They're sitting on an airplane. They take off, they're leaving. Joe leans over, whispers to Breanna, I just got a boner.
Oh, dude, I'm wicked hard right now.
Better yet, I'm on a plane with Travell to Disneyland because Disneyland's awesome. So there's children everywhere. There is a mom and her child sitting a row in front of us. We start to rise in the air. Travell looks over at Joe. He says, "Oh, you got one too, hey?" Yeah, I got one too. Mom looks behind. What are they? Oh. Shit.
Oh God, not in front of the children.
Stuck behind. Mom, what was that? No, son, no.
Shield your eyes.
Airplane boners.
Not the children.
It's we don't have enough fans that they would write fan fiction about us, so Joe just comes up with it himself.
I know. Joe and Travell just sharing the nice moment of airplane boners together.
It wouldn't even be oh wow, good job. It'd be oh, you got one too. That's too funny, old chap. It'd be one of those kind of moments.
Yeah, Breanna, when did you want him to tell you this exactly?
I don't
The
know.
night
when it
before their
happened?
marriage.
After the fact?
It's baby, I love you, and I know tomorrow's a really important day. but I gotta tell you about airplanes and what happens on them.
I just thought it'd be like one of those like guy things that you just kind of find out, like how when guys go in the pool, it's too cold. And...
Pool boners are a whole different subject.
Pool? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Oh my god, Kay, don't try to tell me you've never got a pool boner.
No!
I've never gotten a pool boner.
I have never ever gotten
Everybody's gotten a pool boner.
I have every time I get in the water.
Oh my god,
I'm just
so
like
many fucking. That's
no.
So many bikinis around. You jump into the cold pool. It's easy to hide. Like, who has never got a pool boner?
Dude, no. It's just. I think. Okay,
Maybe
actually.
you guys just don't go to the pool enough.
Actually, I think I. Okay, first of all, infected toe. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, I guess that's right.
Okay. Second of all, Andrew and I used to go to the pool all the time, and I'm pretty sure we actually had this discussion at some point about, for whatever reason, we never get boners in the pool.
Maybe I'm alone on this one. Maybe I just.
I think
maybe
you
I'm just,
are.
Like, strong-dicked or something.
I'm pretty sure it's just you, Joe. Hi, Dad. You should be proud.
Oh yeah.
I feel really like
raised a
left
good
out on this.
son.
Should we just, like, everyone has seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, so we don't need to do a pretend what's the story about. Let's just move right into the podcast.
We should
from
probably
here.
introduce it though.
No.
Once in a lifetime, there comes a motion picture which changes the whole history of motion pictures. A picture so stunning in its effect, so vast in its impact, that it profoundly affects the lives of all who see it. One such film is...
Very good, thank you. Yes, thank you. Next, please.
Once in a lifetime, there comes a motion picture which changes the whole history of motion pictures.
Yes, thank you. Next.
Once in a lifetime!
Go away.
What?
Next.
What's wrong with my voice? My voice is alright, my brain is wrong.
有时候，有一部电影可以把整个电影的历史起了改变。
That's more like it.
库鲁萨瓦的《Seven Samurai》就是这样的一部电影，还有《Ivan the Terrible》，其余的都是平常的电影，像《Herbie Rides Again》、《La Notte》和《Monty Python and the Holy Grail》。
We'll move right into the podcast from here.
Welcome to Screenplay Sidekicks. I'm Jason. Stealing that intro from Travell. Fuck you, Travell. Who's next?
I'm Joe. Hi.
I'm Breanna.
Just to let you all know, I have a boner right now.
Oh, that could be arranged. Breanna, I think there's something you and Joe need to talk about later.
Yeah, obviously.
Like his fascinations with pools and planes.
It's not a fascination, it's a feeling. You can't deny that feeling.
You know, it just happens.
I can and I do. Actively. I don't go on planes often and I don't go in pools often. When
so
I do...
I'm never aroused.
When I do... Yep, pretty much. When I do, I will let you know what I feel, but... Next time I'm on a plane, I'll be thinking about the plane boner.
But when I do...
Andrew's favorite
I'm like
meme.
never gonna get on a
resurfaces.
plane now without thinking about that.
I'm sorry, what was that, Breanna?
I'm never gonna get on a plane with him now without thinking about that. Like it's just gonna be like we're gonna start like going up, and I'm gonna look at him. And I'm like,
You're gonna look at him, he's gonna look at you, he's gonna wink.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm Travell,
Hey, Travell.
and we also have Andrew.
Oh, sure, he can't introduce himself now. We stick it to the man, Andrew.
And this time, we're talking about Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Airplane boners.
You
Monty
must
Python
get
and-
me a shrubbery.
Monty Python and airplane boners. Sounds like a good movie. I'm just saying.
Oh man, if I still titled these like the Hardly Working Hippies, I'd have a heyday with this episode.
Yes, you would, sir.
But moving on to the movie, I'm sure boners won't stay quiet or soft
They never
the entire
do.
time.
Hi.
Oh my god, Ricky, what are you doing here?
I came in here for a reason.
Okay.
Making fun of me, Biz. We should watch Grease.
If we watch Grease, I'll just call John Travolta a duck again.
That's true. Another fair warning thing. Mary today, while we were talking about getting fucked up, said if we get drunk tonight, she wants to watch a Monster High movie. And there's a new Monster High movie out where they turn into mermaids. So shit might get pretty rowdy.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
There is bleach under the counter. I used it earlier cleaning the floor, so I guess I could drink that. So yeah, bleach is on hand.
Pour me a nice tall glass of bleach.
Alright, that's just a bunch of fun for me later to edit out. As normally I basically autopilot editing these podcasts, now I gotta pay attention.
For like the first 10 minutes, muffin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can even skip like 9 minutes in, and you'll be like, oh, here we are, Ricky shows up.
Alright. So Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
And it's Black Knight. Don't forget about his Black Knight.
The Black Knight is like the best knight.
The Black Knight, I have the pop of the Black Knight. I also have the pop of Tim the Enchanter and the Little Rabbit.
You're
Thanks, Joe
fucking
Breanna.
welcome.
Heck yes.
Heck yes is right.
Right, pop figures.
Yeah,
I
pop
definitely
figures,
was
yeah,
thinking
so-
like soda cans. I'm like, where the fuck
Yeah,
did you
I
get
got
this?
I
That'd
know
be
it's
awesome.
2016, but for some reason, they released Monty Python and the Holy Grail merchandise now. Although I think it is the 40th anniversary, or it was last year. Because they put out a really nice box set that I want to buy. Because it's like a castle.
That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, Travell, you're gonna be
Yes.
hyped. Guess what I found at a garage sale?
What'd you find?
The 10th anniversary collector's edition of all 3 Clerks.
Oh my god. Wait,
I
there's
know.
only 2 Clerks movies. How did you find the third Clerk movie that's not even made?
Well, then I don't know what it is, but there's 3 discs.
Oh, wait, is it DVD?
Yeah.
I think I have that one.
Oh,
Like, there's a Clerks, and then it's got the X on the front. And it's black. Yeah, I have that.
Well, what's the 3rd DVD then?
Special features.
I don't think it's even... I think it's just the first movie, dude.
Oh, what?
It's just the first movie, and it's a 10th anniversary special edition. Because that movie was kind of a bit of a sensation, so there's probably a lot of I haven't checked it out, other than the movie, so there's probably a lot of documentaries and other shit on there.
Oh, hold on.
Now you're the proud owner
Clerks.
of Clerks.
Oh, disc 1, theatrical feature. Disc 2, the first cut. Disc 3, bonus
Oh
features.
yeah,
Okay,
the
never
first
mind.
cut, which has the real downer ending out of
Oh,
nowhere.
why?
Well, because according to Kevin Smith, it was supposed to be edgy, so he has Dante, the main character, killed in a robbery at the end.
Oh wow!
Welcome to Screenplay Sidekicks. We're talking about Clerks today.
Dude, I could talk about Clerks another time.
Yes, this is true.
Because I love Clerks. Today we're talking
pick
about
it for your
Monty
next
Python.
movie.
No.
I don't know. That's a ways down the road for me.
I guess.
And how can I par picking Tokyo Tribe like last time? I mean, it's got to be just as good or equal.
Oof! I don't know if you can par that.
I kid.
That's a high standard to meet there, Travell.
I know.
I didn't even watch half, but at least I still was on the podcast. Y'all are weak.
I didn't even fucking try. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
Travell, give me a quick
has
description.
Andrew has an excuse. Joe, where were you when
Travell
we
gave me a quick description. I was like, ha! Nope.
Yeah, but you could have been on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we actually meant to. We had, what did we do? I forget. Something happened and we couldn't do it.
Wild sex. Raging airplane boner.
So
Using
Monty
a
Python.
raging airplane boner.
There you go. Where'd you get the airplane?
He was just holding the DVD and he got hard. And it went from there.
Nice.
So much plot.
Cool, man.
Buddy.
So, Monty Python and the Holy Grail is a very important movie to me, at least. It's Joe introduced it to me. One of the few times Joe introduced a movie to me.
One of the only ever times.
Yeah, I think like there's that and something else, I'm sure.
Not that I can think of, though. That was the most memorable one.
Yeah,
For
we
sure.
were like super young.
Oh man, that was like
9 years old. 10
It
years
started
old.
out actually. My dad started showing me like just like clips like Silly Walks and the cheese one, Buying the Parrot, like all those.
Yes, you're
ones.
wearing a Ministry of Silly Walk shirt, Travell. Shut up and let him talk.
I have a lot to talk about Monty Python in general.
Oh God!
But go on, Joe.
Where to start? But anyway, like I started out watching that stuff, and then my dad, like for I don't know, when I was like probably 14 or something, he bought me Monty Python the DVD because that was like the most appropriate one that I could watch.
Yeah, out of their 3 big movies, not counting And Now for Something Completely Different, because nobody really counts that one. Yeah, it's the most appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. So he got me that one, and I loved it. So I had to show it to you because I knew you'd love it. Like, because I think we watched Airplane shortly before I'd gotten that, and I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Before or
Travell.
after, yeah.
So,
Me and Joe are very in tuned with our comedies.
Oh God, like
We have a
touching
great
dicks.
love for the same comedies, like Hot Fuzz.
Oh my God,
Shaun of the
Can't even get
Dead.
started.
Yeah, another time. But
Yeah.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail, so pretty early on, introduced to this movie by Joe. And it was something that I don't think... I'd actually heard Emmanuel talk about it, our friend Emmanuel, for the listeners.
Has he ever been on the podcast?
Not on this one.
Manny!
I think he was on Hippies, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on Hippies a couple times.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'd heard him talk about it. The rabbit scene, the white rabbit, which everyone
God.
talks about.
That's such a good scene.
So I'd heard him talk about it, and then like Joe showed me it, but there was really no one else who talked about Monty Python in our realm of people until it kind of got like shared out from us.
Yeah. Even so, like, you say Monty Python, the Holy Grail, and a lot of people are just like, what?
But I
What
don't
is
think
it?
so much now, but definitely around our age then.
Well, like, even now, though, you can't just, like, go up to anybody and be like, yeah, Monty Python, the Holy Grail, and they totally always know what you're talking about.
I could probably go up to just about anybody at work and say that, and they would be
Well,
like,
okay,
yeah, man!
But, to be fair, you work at No Frills.
Yeah, what's your point? I think you mean grocery business supply depot, first of all.
Oh my God, No Frills is so no-name, I think we're allowed to say it on this.
Also, Jason, you're quitting in 3 days or whatever.
5, fuck you.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? You're quitting?
No, Joe, I was gonna fucking commute up here every day for work.
Oh, right. Shit, I forgot. My bad. Sorry, I completely forgot you were moving in with Andrew there for a minute. This is gonna be one hell of a shocker to my dad.
Jason's moving?
Why
Why would your dad care?
Because he, like, you know what? I bet that in, like, a week from now, he's gonna text me after listening to this and be like, Jason's moving? And it'll, like, blow his mind.
It'll blow his mind.
I am, like,
glad to
fairly
think
sure
I'm
of it.
thought of as that guy who's never gonna leave Grand Prairie.
No, you're not thought of as that, but it's just the fact that he didn't know, and you, like, he knows of you, and he didn't know that you were going to move, and it's like, what?
He knows of you, so that means he knows every detail about your life.
I know, right?
No, but it's like, you know,
It's
Travell's
like Joe
roommate.
comes home. Joe comes home, and the first words out of his father's mouth is, "So what's that Jason guy been up to?"
Yeah.
He's got like a little
Anyone
notebook
recently?
saying the Jason facts. Writing stuff down.
Oh my goodness! If this is how he talks about Jason, then Travell, he must have a shrine of you, like chilling in the bathroom somewhere. Like he opens the mirror, and there's just like pictures of Travell. There's a grad photo up there. His most treasured possession is the one where me and you took a photo together, and it's just like super prized possession.
Oh, my son and my son's friend, so great.
No, it wouldn't be that. If he had a shrine, it'd be my son got to meet the one, the only Travell. It'd be like one of those kind of scenes, and he'd slowly like bow down to his knees and do his prayer, and then walk away.
To bring it back on course here. So that's mine and Joe's introduction to the movie. Breanna?
I don't know.
Breanna, you only got halfway through it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, have you not seen it before?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you kind of
we
saw
watched
half
it like
of it.
real late, so I only seen I seen more than half of it.
You seen? Well, I don't know. You don't know how long it is either, though. Because we only I got to the Knights of Ni.
Yeah,
That's about
I'm pretty sure I
three-quarters.
saw that too.
You think you seen Knights of Ni?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
about 3/4.
Is that when
the way
they're like
through.
in the forest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
Okay. So that's about where we got to then.
We
It
got
was-
further than that.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
Turns out Breanna actually watched the movie and Joe didn't.
I'm pretty sure there's something happened after that. What happens next after that?
It's so hard to place.
It
Like,
is.
what-
It really is.
Especially in the middle, like what happens when, just because it's such sketch-based. Or actually, I think after this Knights and Ni, that's when they all meet up again.
Yeah.
So that would
yeah,
be
they
Tim
didn't-
the Enchanter would be the next scene. Wow, I actually placed that. Jeez.
Good job.
Okay,
No,
It's
no,
so
no,
hard
they
to
didn't.
place
No.
places.
It's sorta
that was
hard
where
to
we ended
place,
off,
but
because
it's that.
that is for sure where we ended off, because that's the scene just after where not Sir Bedivere, what's his name? Sir Lancelot goes and saves that other guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't think
Oh.
of what parts were which at what time because I thought after that like Knights of Ni thing was like where they're at that like castle and there's like catapulting like cows and stuff.
No, that was early on.
I
So,
fought
yeah.
in your general direction.
I don't remember when and what happened.
And
Your father was a hamster, and your mother smelt of elderberry.
other way around, but still
Was it?
good.
No.
Yeah, its mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Whatever. Wreck it then, Travell.
Yeah,
Fine.
I guess. Andrew, what
And
is
you always
it?
call me this fucking stick for details.
Apparently, with this movie, I am.
Apparently.
Well, I mean, you've seen it enough times.
I have seen it so many times. I
Oh,
watched
God.
it a couple
Once.
days ago. Well, it is very quotable.
It's so quotable.
It's so quotable. Me and Joe painted some of the quotes on his wall of his
Yeah,
childhood
we
bedroom.
did actually. I think I still have pictures of those online.
And when we were watching the movie, every time they said like something, I'd be like, "Hey, that was on your wall." Like I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. That was so much fun painting my wall with those quotes, though.
And Airplane.
Oh, and Airplane,
quotes
yeah.
on
Oh,
there.
and Fear and Loathing. That big ass quote. That was a good one.
Fear and Loathing. What an interesting creature.
Oh man, what an incredible creature. Somehow it survives.
Yes, Jason. I think sometime in high school during
Last and least, fucking sometime in high school, I think I was at Travell's house. High school or junior high, I don't remember. I was at Travell's house, and he's like, "You haven't fucking watched Monty Python? Jesus." Okay, we're watching this.
Jesus.
Not
disgrace.
exactly like that general like kind of
Snobbery.
vibe though of like, really, you haven't. We're watching it like now.
To
Fuck
be
it.
fair, that was most movies and you.
That was like with me and Hazen, because like Hazen was over at the house for whatever reason. For those who don't know, Hazen is Travell's brother. And he was just like at the house. I don't remember why. And
No, Hazen's my sister.
Hazen is your sister. And
Yeah, he
like,
is.
and
I mean-
like Monty Python was on the shelf, and like he was like, "Hey, Monty Python and the Holy Grail." I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I've never actually seen that." I'm like, "What the fuck? You're Travell's brother. You've never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail." We're watching it right now. Also, because I didn't have anything else to talk about him with, and it was like kind of weird and awkward. So I was like, hey, this is what's happening now.
To be fair, Hazen and Travell have never really been mirrors. Hazen's never been like a younger mirror, at least to me, of Travell.
That is very true. They're very different.
He is and isn't. We have a lot of the same interests, mostly like fueled by each other. Like I get into something, so he gets into it, or he gets into something, and I reluctantly get into it.
Reluctantly.
No, there's several occasions where he started watching some sitcom on TV, and I'll be like, "This looks dumb," and then I sit through like 2 episodes, and then the rest of the week I'm watching it with him. I can name like 3 or 4 sitcoms that's happened to me.
Okay, I know that feeling actually.
But that said, honestly, especially now, our interests are very different.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Like, for one, he liked Batman vs. Superman. And I thought it was a train wreck of immeasurable proportions.
See, I haven't watched it yet, but from what I've heard, it's very, very mixed. Like, I guess it did incredibly well in the box office, but
for the most part, it seems to be
never going to sell a DVD.
People love it, people hate it, but think Batfleck is cool, or people just hate it. I'm in that third camp, and I love Ben Affleck. I'm in that third camp. But Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I think, one time Jason was over in high school, I'd showed it to him, and especially in high school, that was when I watched the show.
Yeah, you were always talking about it.
In high school, I was really in my peak of Monty Python fandom. I watched the show, I watched the other movies. We once had like a talent show thing, and I talked Jason into doing the Ministry of Silly Walk sketch.
I remember that.
We butchered terribly. My fault the most, because I gave myself the most lines and then failed at them.
Well, okay, no.
He could walk or talk, but not both.
Honestly, guys, it wasn't that bad. What was the worst is that nobody could actually hear you. Like,
yeah, that too. I guess that kind of saved us a bit.
To hear you.
I guess that kind of saved us a bit from them realizing how bad we were doing it. Is that they just couldn't hear us. Actually, I think I went to the next class after that, and one of the guys I knew in that second class was like, "Yeah, it was funny, but what was it? We couldn't hear a thing."
That was kind of it. And then because nobody could hear a thing, and you kept going on, everybody just like continued talking, and it was like, this is dying.
And then I did a silly walk.
Yeah, and then you did the silly walk, and everybody got interested again for a second, and then it was like, you tried to keep talking, and it didn't work.
Yeah, Travell in his stage voice. Yeah, and there's
well, that was one. I don't talk loud. I never have.
Unlike me,
Jason, nobody could hear you either. Don't try to play this out.
Nobody could hear me because I wasn't talking. Like for I think
you had like
97% of the entire thing.
That's a good point.
You only had like 2 lines.
However, it was like you needed mics in there because nobody could actually hear anything.
True.
That's true.
Very true. So yeah, that was during the peak of my Monty Python fandom, or fanness. I'd say the second peak is right now, because I have spent nothing, except during this last week, but like getting really back into Python, finding new stuff, listening to old stuff. Mostly brought on, like even before Joe chose this movie. And I was like, yeah, I'll watch it, or I might not. I've seen it so many times. And then at work, at my job right now, I can listen to music, but most often I listen to podcasts during my long 7-hour shift. And the podcast I've really gotten into recently is The Projection Booth. A bit of a shout out there. Go listen to them. But they do podcasts with lots of interviews, and they talk about movies, or a singular movie. And they had an episode about Life of Brian, which was like 4 hours long. So I spent one day at work just listening to that 4-hour podcast all about Life of Brian, and then it was like, I'm back into Python now.
Just bam, happened.
Just bam, right back into Python. That day, I went VHS hunting, found Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which was the version I watched the other day on VHS. Not the best. They kind of butchered the screen ratio, so like a bunch of shit was cut off on the sides.
Rip.
Yeah. That said, I didn't need it because I knew what was there. And like even today, I guess I'm probably not tonight. I was going to end up watching Life of Brian tonight. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. But I watched a BBC TV movie called Holy Flying Circus, which is a very, very fictionalized version about the controversy of Life of Brian. And
I've heard about that.
The controversy or the movie?
The movie.
Holy Flying Circus? Yeah. I don't know where you would have... unless I talked about it today.
No, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've heard about it from somewhere.
It is very good. And it's... Like I said, it's like telling what happened about the controversy of Life of Brian, but it's also done in Python style. Without actually being made by any of the Pythons. It's kind of amazing. So Monty Python and the Holy Grail, in particular, is an amazing movie. I love it.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail is one of those movies that's so stupid and it's just like so incredibly horrible, but it's like you need to watch it over and over and over and over, and you need to, like, you can't not love it.
It's like, oh, it's so dumb, but come watch this shit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, 100%. And, like, it's so, like, improv and, like...
Well, it's very improv. Like, even, I got a list of facts here, the Tim the Enchanter line. What is your name, Enchanter? There are some who call me Tim. Was ad-libbed. So, very much of the movie is like that. And it's ridiculous. I love it.
Well, and, like, even, like, the whole movie was, like, just kind of thrown together. Like, a lot of the scenes with the castles and stuff, like, they weren't actually supposed to be there. Like, they literally... Like, I watched... A long time ago, I watched kind of half of a documentary with my dad or something on it. And it was, like, half of it with, like... most of the castle scenes, some of them, they left marks and stuff on the castles. Like, a lot of people actually got incredibly pissed about that.
Not surprised.
Yeah, that's kind of it. And, like, it was, like, I don't know, in my opinion, it's just, like, that's, like, super cool. The fact that, you know, they were so under budget and so, like, you know, hack job that they weren't even allowed to use the castles. Like, half the stuff in the movie, they weren't even allowed to use, but they kind of just did it anyway.
Well, and, like, very apparently, the lack of horses was because they couldn't afford them. So they used the coconuts.
Which is, like, so awesome. Because the coconuts are, like, that makes the movie.
Well, it's amazing seeing it with just Graham Chapman being King Arthur riding in the first scene.
Oh, that's just so good.
But then it's just elevated so much when he's got all of his Knights of the Round Table riding around on invisible horses with the coconuts.
It's so good, because I think it's in more than just one scene, too, where it's like, dismount! And they actually, like, they actually do it. And, like, it's so well put together, because it's like they actually planned to have horses, but then they didn't, so it's like, well, you know what would be funny? Let's use coconuts. Let's do that. That'd be awesome. And then it, like, works way better than horses.
Mm. And it even comes across, like, there's even the scene written about it, where it's like, what do you got there? And then coconuts, and then swallows.
Oh my god, that was awesome. Because it was... they, like, totally made fun of it, because it was like, now I gotta think of how to quote it.
Yeah, you got it, Joe.
Because they came
just
up,
like that.
Well, he came up, and it was right after that first scene, too. It was, like, literally one of the first things mentioned in the movie.
Yeah, it's pointing out that the coconut thing is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
And then it's throughout the whole movie. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. Well, because they pulled up to the castle and they're just like, "Could you alert your master that I am King Arthur, King of the Britons, here to, or ask him to join our quest for the cup of the Holy Grail," or whatever. And he's like, "Why don't you have a horse?"
Yeah, and it just goes from there. It's
amazing.
Apparently, in Japan, it's not called Monty Python and the Holy Grail, because, you know, it just doesn't translate well. So it's called Monty Python and the Holy Sake Cup.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's kind of amazing.
That's pretty great.
Who is your favorite knight?
The Black Knight. Duh.
Okay, yeah. I guess that works.
Yeah.
I was mostly trying to segue into the stories of all the different knights, like Lancelot, Galahad, Robin.
Well, fuck, let's segue into the fucking Black Knight, man.
Well, the Black Knight scene early on. There was a long time I heard an interview or something that was talking about that scene in particular. It was the early 70s, and people, like, as ridiculous as the blood is, people were still appalled by it. And like the mutilation, and then like whoever was in this documentary or whatever the fuck I was listening to was like, well, you see, the Vietnam was going on.
That's funny.
So it's like a horrible war tragedy is going on. So Monty Python has some joke with limbs getting cut off and really fake-looking blood, silly-looking blood, and it still made people upset.
That's funny. Back in Nam.
I'll bite your legs off.
I'll bite your legs off. Got no arms left, you stupid bastard. Yes, I have. 'Tis but a flesh wound. I could quote this all day.
I don't know.
I mean, the scene's not actually that long, but...
No, it's not, but still.
I've always really liked that scene, not just because the ridiculous gore and de-limbing of this guy, of the knight, but how it's introduced as like a very... Like, I paid attention to it this time. It's an actually pretty well choreographed battle he wanders into. Like, King Arthur arrives, and the Black Knight is fighting this other knight. It's a pretty decent battle. The choreography is pretty good, especially
it actually is, yeah.
A cheap, really cheap movie. Choreography's good, and like it's really impressive. And the Black Knight looks like a badass. And then almost immediately, once he gets into the fight with King Arthur, he's immediately this silly joke.
Oh yeah,
I've always
it's like
really
completely
liked that.
Unmatched. Well, like it starts out so serious, like none shall pass.
I move aside for no man.
And then he just gets wrecked.
Yeah.
It's so good. So good.
Rest in pepperonis.
He is pepperonis by the end of it.
Well, we'll call it a draw.
I feel like there should be like an alternate plot line where the Black Knight actually joins him, though.
Just like a completely alternate version where the Black Knight is part of it.
Like 100%. But instead of like the Black Knight, like instead of them splitting up like usual, the Black Knight and Arthur like stay together. And like they just like tear shreds.
Tear shreds.
Yes, correct. It would have to be heading towards the Black Knight. Like he'd have to,
like a backpack on King Arthur's back.
Like C-3PO.
That'd be awesome.
Like C-3PO in Empire.
Yeah.
And then there would have to be, at some point, there would have to be a scene where like his head gets cut off, and then just the helmet falls and there's nothing. There would have to be that scene. And Arthur would be like, what the bloody hell? That would have to happen. And then, like, somehow it would involve a ghost or something, and then he'd use the backpack to somehow kill the rabbit or something. Instead of the Holy
So,
Hand Grenade.
Travell, start writing.
It wasn't the first time, it was one of the subsequent viewings that I noticed that there are a lot of running jokes in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not only the, I'm not dead yet, I feel fine. That one comes back kind of out of nowhere, and then it's just like a bunch of it again. There's, during the Holy Hand Grenade, where King Arthur can't count. And then they bring that up again. Despite that's actually really funny that he can't count, but one of his first scenes, when he meets I can't remember the knight, but the one with the helmet visor thing that he can clearly see through but always lifts up, played by Terry Jones. He shows how smart he is during the witch trial. I mean, quotations around smart, it's a pretty, you know.
A duck!
A duck!
Exactly.
He shows how smart he is then, and then later on he can't count to 5. Or count to 3, rather. 1, 2, 5, 3, sir, 3! Three of you. It is, in the end, it's not my favorite Python movie. As much as I do love it, I think Life of Brian is a better movie. Mostly because there are two bits in this movie that I feel go on a bit too long. One is the Galahad in the castle with all the women trying to sleep with him, but he's Galahad the Chaste. I feel like it goes on a bit too long. Like, it's a funny joke, but it doesn't need to take 5 minutes to tell that joke.
I don't know.
I like it. It just goes on a bit long for me.
It does go on a bit long because, like, it is, in theory, it is one joke. So, like,
and it's the same joke for that 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it's like, I don't know. It could be sped up a bit, I guess.
Yeah. And the only other part, which I can't really put into words so much, is by the end of the movie, I always feel a bit exhausted. And it feels like, can we just wrap this up already? It's been going on for so long.
Keep in mind, Travell.
Joe just stepped away because someone called him.
Oh, okay.
I just realized you're like waiting for Joe to respond and nothing.
Well, we heard him talking in the background. I'm like, okay, Joe,
I knew exactly what happened. I heard ring, and then yellow. So, keep in mind, Travell, you have watched this movie like how many goddamn times?
I can't even put into numbers.
Exactly. So maybe.
Still waiting on a response? Is he still waiting on a response?
No.
Okay.
So maybe I've seen it too many times, Jason?
Maybe that's why you're wanting to wrap it up by the end. You know you're past all the best jokes, and you're just like, okay.
My apologies.
Yeah, maybe. It's okay,
Nice.
Joe. Jason kind of put it actually pretty well about my feelings about the end is, because I've seen it so many times, I've already passed the best jokes. So it's kind of like, yeah, get on with it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh, except you have to wait for the scene where the animator dies. That makes me super happy.
Well, it's not even that. It's honestly once they cross the bridge, and then they take that long boat ride, and then they get to the castle where the French are.
Yeah,
and then they start the war, and then the police arrest them, and then the movie's over. But
yeah,
just like from that point.
Spoilers, Travell. Breanna hasn't seen the end yet.
Oh, God.
It's okay.
She's already seen most of the best parts, so it's okay.
Now you're going to have Travell syndrome.
What is Travell syndrome per se?
We just discussed this. You've seen it.
I've seen it too many times.
You know all the best parts. So when you get to the end, you're like, all right, let's just fucking end this shit already. Actually, nah. I don't know.
He's definitely way more.
I feel like that would be more of my dad syndrome.
Your dad?
Hey
really?
guys, I really like this movie. Let's watch it 80,000 times.
He's trying to focus on Joseph for some reason.
I think there's one particular example to that I love to bring up. Was that like during one Christmas season?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Was it every Christmas?
It was
season?
every Christmas.
I thought there was one in particular.
No, it was Travell came over like sometime in December, like probably 3 or 4 years in a row, and my dad was just fucking watching The Grinch Before Christmas.
The Grinch Before Christmas?
Yep, The Grinch Before Christmas. Fuck you. That's what it is. You know the one.
Speaking of the Grinch, recent Grinch news: Mr. Bendy Snunk Dumberdatch is going to be voicing the Grinch in a new movie they're doing.
Since when are they doing a new Grinch movie?
Apparently, as soon as they announced that is when I learned.
When did they announce that?
Well, last week or so.
What the fuck?
The example with my dad that I love to bring up is How to Train Your Dragon.
He basically had that movie on a loop, right?
Pretty much. For like a good year, 2 years, it was like, you want to watch a movie? I guess. What movie? How about dragons? Like every time. Road trip? You want to watch dragons? Anything. Fucking any free time. Oh, we should watch dragons. It was either that or like... He was pretty bad for the Italian job,
Oh my god, I was like, what is going on?
Now that I think about it.
I just love the image of Jason's dad trying to like... almost like a drug dealer, talk him into watching either The Italian Job or How to Train Your Dragon at every possible moment.
Yeah. Every time we had like enough free time to watch a movie, it was like,
you want to watch Dragons?
You want to, because like
you
all the other
watch
movies,
Dragons?
all the other movies he likes are like the fucking action cop shows, that kind of thing, that I've never really been into. Probably never will be. And so he's just like, well, dragons? Because like sometimes he'd name something else. He'd be like, yeah, you want to watch this? It's about some guy in a train car or something. And I'd be like, no, not really. You can watch it though. He's like, oh, well, how about we watch dragons? I guess, Dad, if you really want to. Like, have you memorized the movie yet?
Alright.
They're in the fridge if you want one.
So I don't know what else to say about Holy Grail.
You just got really quiet there, Travell.
They got really loud. I didn't get more quiet. I'm the same quiet. I don't really have anything else to add to Monty Python, except I'll leave final thoughts. I'll go last on final thoughts. Any other... I gotta edit so much out of this one.
I mean, all you do is just mute Joe's fucking mic at this point.
Yeah, I know.
So let's
Still
just ignore
annoying.
him. My final thoughts, Travell.
Jason's final thoughts.
I know these have been highly anticipated. I haven't seen the movie in like 5 years. I don't remember most of it.
But do you like it?
It was funny. I remember
Alright.
it being fucking funny. And I definitely agree with you about the lady scene being too long.
Right?
I vaguely remember just being like bored.
I think like
just sitting there
even
like,
from
is
the
this
first
over
time,
yet?
even from the first time I watched it, it's just kind of been. Can we get to the point?
Can we move on? This isn't really that interesting.
Like it is a funny joke, but when they say it 15 times in a row, so Joe and Breanna.
Hello.
Unless you had anything else to add, we're on to final thoughts.
We're on already? What did you just hit?
Okay.
Okay.
Brianna's holding like a broken plate.
Actually, I don't know how you're so spot on. She hit a plate, I think.
Yeah, I think I did.
I mean, I just pulled it out of the air, but go me.
Are you like some? I was gonna say, are you like somewhere right now?
No, I just have.
Because if you are and you're
I
not
am
telling me, I'm
somewhere.
gonna fucking kill you.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
She was
I
gonna
am
make one
somewhere,
for you.
guys.
Existing in non-existence.
Well, currently I'm talking to you through headphones and like some electronical device. So really, you could be anywhere according to the theory that I can't remember.
Great, nailed it.
It's that one with the cat in the box.
Schrodinger's
theory.
cat.
Schrodinger's
That one,
So,
yeah.
so you talking to me on
Does it
Skype
go over
is like
than under or
Schrodinger's
under than
cat.
over?
Yeah, I know
Because I
you're
could be
there.
anywhere.
I know you're there, but I don't actually
Know that I'm there.
Yeah. Like, I put you there, but that doesn't mean you're actually there, because I can't see you.
What the fuck, Joe? What? Why did you put Travell in Victoria, first of all?
That's
what are we
punishment.
missing?
It was punishment. He pissed me off. I don't remember why, though.
Can he come back now?
Yeah, it's forgiven.
Too bad he doesn't
I don't remember
want
what
to.
he did. Okay, Terrell, you can come back now. Wherever you're hiding, come out now. Are you behind the TV? I bet you're behind the TV.
So, also, I mean, Joe, I know you're not the most tech savvy, but I mean, I don't think if you have the knowledge, it's actually that hard to trace an IP's location.
Oh, probably not. But I don't have the knowledge.
So
far
therefore,
right now, you're just a voice coming through headphones. That's it.
all right.
I would love to watch it with you guys.
So Joe and Breanna, final thoughts about Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
It's awesome.
It's, I don't know, like, I think I might have to, like, watch it again when I'm not so tired, too. Like, it's really dumb. But
true.
it is funny.
Well, but you don't really like dumb movies as much.
It depends. Like, I have to be in the mood for it.
You're more for your rom-coms.
I guess.
And Jurassic Park.
Love me some rom-coms.
Fuck off, Jason.
Hey, man.
Hey, speaking
Slice
of rom-coms...
There's no need to get down.
Slice of life animes are beautiful things.
Slice
Okay?
of life? Yo, my
Yeah.
little slice of life here. Fucking, I'll kill
Yeah,
this
man.
Titan. That sure sounds like something I can relate to.
Attack
Yeah.
on Titan, most relatable anime 2015.
You know what I mean, Joe.
Or let's
Rom-com stuff's great.
let's take some quotes from Trigun here. You know, me being lost in an alien world with like my space alien brother who's evil. You know, take that right out of my everyday life.
Wow,
Named after
fucking
coloring.
spoilers, Joe.
Wait, you haven't watched it yet, Jason?
No, only like 3 times, bro, you know.
Okay, good. Just making sure. I thought it
So-
was actually like spoilers for you. I was like, oh my god, Jason, what the fuck?
I'm the only one.
What, the guy named Knives is evil? Joe, really? I can't believe it.
How dare my space cutlery brother do this to me?
So, just saying, Joe, I'm very tempted to just, like, flood you with links to slice of life animes right now that are not fucking
We're almost
Trigun
Okay,
and Attack
we're
on
back.
Titan.
That's not-
We left.
Okay. I was gonna take that as I still don't have a drink. So
Ricky,
I
why are
said
you
something
here?
like
Get
that.
out.
I thought you were getting one of your own.
Oh, I thought it was
Okay,
being
well,
made
we left
one.
to get lemonade, so we'll make you one.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll be back.
100%.
We're gonna
Whoa.
we're gonna watch Legally Blonde.
Damn it,
We'll play a
Ricky,
drinking
fuck
game of
right
Legally
off.
Blonde,
Make
and
it
then watch
cool
the
on,
new
just
Monster
get
High
out.
movie. You're caught up. And you are expected to be
Okay.
Also a decent anime, I wouldn't call it slice of life, though.
Excuse me, let me just stand here and tie this rope. Pretty sure the bunny goes down the hole and back through the forest.
Well, if you watch the movie, you know the bunny doesn't do any of that. It rips your throat out.
That was perfect.
So Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I love it. One of my favorite comedies. Not my favorite Python movie, but definitely great. I have those two gripes. Those are the only two gripes, though. And for a movie being, 2 hours long to only have two problems with it, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
On a Travell scale?
On a
what
Travell
would you
scale?
say? On the scale of Travell to good, what would you say it is?
So Travell is bad?
No, I didn't say that. Maybe good is bad.
Well,
Jason
I'm
didn't
going to take
say
a
that, but
leap
you
of
sure as
faith
hell
here.
implied that.
I'm going to take a leap of faith here and rate it as good on the
All
scale
right.
of Travell to good.
Alright, cool. I didn't rewatch it, actually, as I was like, this is not the kind of thing. This is some Chuck Norris Karate Commandos shit here. I'm not watching this on my own.
I will be honest. I will be honest. It's definitely way more fun when you watch it with other people, but I can definitely still watch Monty Python and get aroused. Absolutely.
Especially
Do you like doing that on a plane, Joe?
Oh man, you know what? If you want to see a raging boner, then just show me Monty Python on a plane. You know what? It'll be a
Joe's
white
just,
guy looking like a
unable
black
to
man.
It'll be the.
I just heard something about a black man at the end there.
Oh, you didn't hear that? I said it'll be a white guy looking like a black man.
Okay. That's a mad tan, Joe.
Jesus Christ. It'll be like the airline attendant goes on the intercom, and they're like, and tonight's feature for the in-flight movie will be Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and then Joe from the back row, oh god, no! I'm already so erect.
And then Breanna from the other aisle, she'll be across the aisle from me. She'll just look down and she'll be like, ow, fuck my eye!
Oh god.
Jesus Christ. So with that said, Breanna, it's your pick for the next movie. Did you come up with something?
Oh, that poor grandma ahead. The poor grandma's in the row of front. She just looks behind her like, oh.
Shut up, it's my pick.
No, the
Brianna
grandma,
hit him.
The poor grandmother.
Brianna hit him.
There's two children behind.
God damn it, shut up, Joe!
Enough about boners already.
Smother him with a pillow, Brianna.
Anyways, my pick is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yes, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am all up for that.
Because I'm really excited
watch it.
that there's going to be a third one now, so we definitely got
Wait.
to watch the first
2
one.
weeks from now. I don't know if I'll be on that podcast. I will be mid.
Do you like pineapple?
Yeah.
Okay. He likes pineapple.
Ricky, fuck off.
Pineapple is literally. Last I checked, pineapple is literally Travell's favorite fruit. Fuck.
All right.
Can we ever get through a podcast without a Ricky interruption?
You like them wangs? You like them chicken wangs?
We have gone through a podcast without a Ricky interruption, but refraining from one from any of us completely, no.
Also,
None
Joe,
of us live in a bubble.
Also, Joe, you're one to talk. You had
Whatever.
somebody come in and you offered him a beer and then he just kind of left.
Okay, whatever, man.
Alright, guys. So you can find this podcast and more on iTunes, the Hardly Working Hippies YouTube page, the website that doesn't work.
Yeah,
and
we're
you can
working
follow
on fixing
myself
that.
On Twitter at askew_glasses. Jason, where can we find you?
I'll take...
Fuck Ricky again.
You can...
Princess Cup. Hey, you don't know my
She's done her exams.
You can...
Has she got the results for them yet?
You can find me on Tumblr at acepilot00.tumblr.com. And we're going to be muting Ricky and her cool One Piece... Okay, we're not muting this. She has a cool One Piece glass. That's awesome.
Somebody kill
Personal
Ricky.
big part, straw.
No, she's got a cool One Piece glass. You can shut the... And she's got a dildo straw.
What the fuck?
The pineapple's frozen, so it serves as ice cubes, and then you can eat it afterwards with alcohol.
So why is it a dildo
It's a
straw?
tequila sunrise.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but why is the straw a
Maybe we'll love
dildo?
into it.
The straw is a penis.
Yeah.
Because jokes.
No, because I wanted penis jokes. I just felt like I needed them in my life.
So I wasn't paying too much attention. Jason, you say where all your
Yeah.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah,
Andrew?
you're gonna have to mute literally everyone else, but you can do that.
Yeah.
I just watched Ricky suck a dick.
I'm awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Website, JerkTheGaming.com.
Did you say you're hireable?
Yeah.
I mean, fair. I am too. I'm gonna be out of a job in a week.
Andrew,
so
if you get a job,
Actually, to be completely honest, aren't we all out of work right now?
No, Travell has a job.
I got a job.
Holy shit! This is a first, Travell. You're the one with the job,
right?
What the fuck?
It's a complete 180 from 2 weeks ago.
But Andrew, if you actually get hired out of the podcast where we talked about dicks on a plane, you have my respect more so than you already do.
Holy shit! If you get hired from this podcast when we were talking about dicks on planes and buses and like
boats.
Ricky interrupting and all that good shit, tell me
And
where you're
maybe
working
Monty
because I need a
Python.
job. Because like, holy fuck, that'd be cool.
They're like, so, what are your qualifications?
I put up with it. Not even I help. Just I put up with it.
That's perfect.
I mean, your degree? No,
Alright, so Joe, where can the peoples, being your father, who has listened to this in entirety, where can he find you?
Well, not at home. Ha! Suck it, Dad. No.
Maybe.
This is our best podcast so far.
Thank you. I was about to say the same thing. Like, I've recorded plenty of podcasts.
Plenty of podcasts.
Plenty of podcasts.
This is a
Even
particularly
a
good one.
3-hour-long recording session all about Pixar. This tops that. For
This
sure.
has been a good one, yeah. Anyway, you can find me pretty well on everything, but I never post anything. As JoeMo27, there is a dash between the Joe and the Mo. And yeah, you can pretty well find me anywhere on that, except for, what's it called? Yeah, don't try to find me there.
I mean, you will, but don't try.
I'm on my way. I am on my way to find out right now.
If you
If we
find
can
me
find
there, it's
Joe on
pay-per-view, so...
And Breanna?
I don't really have anything to like find me on except Twitter, I guess. But
You also never post anything there.
yeah, so just my name's Breanna.
Alright, guys. This has been quite the experience.
Have you experienced a boner yet?
I haven't experienced a boner, but I am gonna drink from one.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Did
I
you say
realize
drink
that sounds
for
worse.
one? Yeah.
Without
okay,
you knowing
did you
that
say
my
drink
straw is
for
shaped like a
one
penis.
or drink from one?
Oh, he's sucking a dick
I
right
heard drink from a boner.
I did
And
say
it-
from, and that's a lot worse without knowing that my current straw is shaped like a penis.
Oh my goodness,
Take a
that's
picture.
perfect.
You
Take a
guys.
picture.
Okay,
Put it on
Travell,
the tweet.
you quoted me once on Twitter.
tweet with one of our glorious quotes.
For when this comes out? Alright,
Yeah.
sounds good.
You absolutely need to. Travell said he would take a drink from a boner. And personally, to me, that sounds like a delicious pina colada. Pina colada.
Alright, guys, you have a wonderful night.
You too.
I clearly am going to.
Okay.
Travell, go
Those
get shittered.
boners. All those boners.
Suck all the dicks.
Well, it's not that I suck them, Joe. It's that I do it well.